situation, they try to say he wasn't black enough because he wasn't on that bullshit. Because he had more of a, he was more familiar or in touch with his white side. But me, looking at them like I knowing that they black and all of that, so they allowed him to do that. Just to say that we don't hate black quarterbacks. But the reason why they even had that situation to where they were saying that he wasn't black enough, it was just because of him being around other black people and they know that he wasn't familiar with that side, that he was more familiar with that side. He feels like he's a part of their struggle. To where when you're dealing with other black people, even though they might got black, white ancestry or whatever, they know that they're not more in touch with that side, the white side. So that's where you have that whole discrepancy. For me, I'm still gonna look at him as being black. Talking about the quarterback for the Seahawks. But I'm just talking about how even in, you know what I mean, in sports, there's still a lot of bullshit, you know what I mean, that goes on. Because even and moving on, even now moving on to baseball, you see a whole bunch of niggas with Guerrero and Bladder, you know what I mean, Gutierrez and all that different shit. Rodriguez, anything, but they black. Their skin is black. They're of African descent. They're speaking Spanish. Me, I know that just means that they slave ship went over there to that part of the world. And they speak that language of their enslavers, just like we speak English of our enslavers. Most people, they gonna be like, oh, well, you know, they not black because shit, they not speaking Spanish. I mean, they not speaking English like how we speak in English. So they gonna look at them like they're not even black. But really, we dominating that shit too. Baseball. You know what I mean? So, all the black entertainers, athletes, actors, whatever you want to call them, they will not be able to hold the position that they have obtained if they do not play this game. As long as they do what it is that they're paid to do. And nothing outside of that. But if they do anything as far as charity or anything like that, it's just a smoke screen. It's just a smoke screen. It just keeps everybody from waking up. But basically, black people, you need to pay attention to everybody that you support. No matter how you support them. Whether you sort of support them emotionally, physically, financially. If you black and you're supporting any movement or person or being or entity or whatever, if you're supporting them, you need to understand. Do they support you? Do they have your best interests? This is what the questions that we need to be asking ourselves. Like I said before, I'm not saying that I don't got no Jordans. You know what I'm saying? I mean, coming from a person back in my younger days, had a different pair for every day of the week, plus some. I might got one or two now or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But looking into who I was supporting in my younger days, this nigga donating money to prisons and different shit, the same systems that's not rehabilitating you, not uplifting you, not, you know what I mean? This is somebody who will be quick to say, oh, I made my shit for white people and all of that shit though, but you black. So what the fuck you doing making some shit for them in the first place? That's the first red flag. To know that you are non-pro-black. Michael Jordan, he played their game. He played their game. And whether or not they had something to do with his father getting killed or not, he was playing their game. That's it. But at the same time, he knew to shut the fuck up at the end of the day and make his fucking money and shut the fuck up. Point blank period. Every man. I can't think of one pro-black entertainer since Ali. He was playing that game, but he was beating them at their own game. For real. But you know, I can't even say he was all the way pro-black like that though, because people try to make it seem like him and Malcolm X had problems. You know, so I know Muhammad Ali, he wasn't the most conscious brother that you can meet on the street. But at the same time, he was in a public figure. He was in the public eye. So the only reason why they started giving a lot of money to the black entertainer is because they was trying to make all your black conscious entertainers that felt like they was a part of the black struggle. They had to separate the two. They had to make these people feel like they were better than themselves, better than who they are, like better than other black people that they come in contact with. So once you start paying these black entertainers and athletes or different black people that are in a public figure that we might look at as role models, talking about a black kid, looking at as role models, they had to start paying these people a lot of money in order to separate the two. Because once you separate the two, well, look, once you separate the two, you already know and understand that they're not gonna look out for their own people. They're not gonna give back. They're not gonna turn shit around. So everybody thinking that, oh yeah, man, you know, oh man, it's just entertainment, or oh, ooh, it's entertainment. It's entertainment to white people, but really, it has a more negative effect on us, because at the end of the day, they can turn that shit off, and that's the end of it. They can white people, they can deal with our bullshit, our entertainment, and our different shit, stereotypes. They can deal with that shit accordingly when they want to. So when a young black kid in a struggle that ain't got shit, that don't got a mother or a father to look up to though, and he's trying to make something of himself or whatever, and he's trying to make some money, when he listens to Young Jeezy, I'm not trying to single him out though, but I will use it for an example. When Young Jeezy say, nigga, it's trap or die, nigga, young black male, he's gonna say, nigga, you right, nigga, it's trap or die, nigga, because nigga, I ain't got shit, nigga, but I'm trying to get some shit. I'm trying to get some shit off of some shit that you talking about, glorifying, making money off of. You know what I mean? He's gonna take that shit to heart. It's trap or die. Every day he wake up, listening to it repeatedly, penetrating his psyche. To where if a white person is listening to this black entertainer, he understands it for what it is, even if he understands our culture or our struggle or not. He understands and looks at it as just entertainment, to where this don't apply to me, but it apply to me because I'm fucking with it. But I'm not fucking with it because I can turn this shit off. Or when somebody that looks at a white person looking at another white person, you know what I'm saying? They're going to have a certain bond and understand that what they are and all of that. They understand that they're just some niggers that's entertaining us. For real. I can't even count how many black, Hispanic or white, I can't even count how many white or Hispanic men and women that I've heard say, man, I wish I was black. Even with all the bullshit that we have to endure, they still want to be us because they know that we the truth. like when white people are dealing with us, when white people are dealing with black people that are wealthy and have a lot of money, they're basically playing Russian roulette. You know what I mean? It's almost like you look at the that old cowboy movie back in the day, Young Guns or whatever, talking about Billy the Kid, and it's a part where he's talking about, oh man, you have to test yourself. You have to test yourself. The moment you stop testing yourself, that's when you get caught. That's when you get murked. That's when you slip up. That's when you fall off. When you stop testing yourself. So, them white people allowing us to obtain certain information and be in certain situations and have certain amount of wealth, they're basically testing themselves, because they're saying the white people are looking at black people like this is the enemy. We'll give him access to the money and shit like that, and he still is not gonna do nothing. He's still not gonna wake up and get us back. The moment that they shut all black people down, and the minute that they stop letting all of us obtain certain amount of money, entertainers, athletes, or what have you, or whatever, that is almost a form of them almost stop testing themselves. That's the moment that they will get murked. That's the moment that they will fall off. That is the moment where we could potentially rise.